Okay, so today is 124. 24. 124. All right. Distance, speed, and time. Of the parallelogram, it was 5, 5, 8, and 8. What's 5 plus 5 plus 8 plus 8? 26. Because this side's 5, this side was 5, this side was 8, and this side was 8. 13? Oh, God. All right. Distance. What does distance mean?
How far from you?
Very good. How far? I'm teaching. Distance is, like Mia said, how far? Very good. How do we measure distance in the real world? What do we use? Yes. And what are the units in that? Inches. Centimeters.
Also millimeters.
Millimeters. Feet. What if I wanted to know how far the car traveled? Miles. What's the other one? Kilometers. Meters. Not kilos, no. Kilometers. Very good. So if I want to know how far the ant traveled, which unit would I use?
Centimeters.
Sure, right? Mm-hmm. If I want to know how far the plane traveled, kilometers, miles, right? Okay. So just like Mia said, when you read a question that says how far ... you are going to be measuring a distance. So when you read how far, it is distance, okay? And to solve for distance, we do distance is equal to speed times time. How fast was the plane traveling and for how many hours? If we take the speed and multiply it by the time, you will determine the distance, how far the plane traveled. Okay? All right, the next one that we get to learn today, very quickly, is speed. How do we measure speed? How do we measure how fast something's going? Oh, that's, sorry, let me rephrase. What are my units for speed?
Mile per hour.
Yes. Miles per hour, which we shorten as mph. Would I use that for a snail? If I want to know the speed of a snail.
Possibly.
Other than turbo, can I use miles per hour for a snail? Am I going to sit there and watch it for an hour?
I mean, yeah, because it's going 0.
Yeah, it would be 0.0000000.
Yep.
0, 0.
Yeah, we can still use it. I mean,
So what would be a more appropriate unit if I were to watch a snail?
millimeters per hour.
I agree with the millimeters, because millimeters are like not even your nail, right, of a pinky. It's super, super small. It's like your hair. That's a millimeter. So,
Per minute.
right, what did you want to watch? Okay, here's my snail for like a minute, right, and then measure it. But do I really want to sit there for an hour? No. I know, Adrian, you would, but I wouldn't. Would I want to do it for a minute? 60 seconds? Yeah, it would travel a great distance. So for like a snail, I would do millimeters per minute, did we say? Yeah. That's a double M. It looks like a weird M, but whatever. Could I do inches per minute?
If you want.
I want it, right? So, depending on what we're doing, you want to change the units, right? Obviously, the common one that we always hear is miles per hour, right? All the speed limits are miles per hour, things like that. The car is miles per hour. But if I wanted to track a snail or an ant or you walking, I don't want to watch you walk for more than 5 minutes or whatever. So I would change the units, right? All right. Now, question. How would it be formulated in a question? How would I start my question? For the distance, it's how far. What do you think the question would start with when it comes to speed? How fast. How fast. ... So when you read how fast, it's talking about the speed, because you're going to get a worksheet and it's going to ask you how far, and you got to be like, oh, that's distance. And then number 2 is going to say how fast, and you're like, oh, fast? That's speed. All right, so now how do I determine speed? I'm going to need to solve for speed. So what do I need to know?
How fast it goes?
I want to know how fast it goes. That's my answer. So what do I need to solve for speed? Distance and time. But what do I do with distance and time? Speed is equal to distance divided by time. Not multiply, but divide. Distance divided by time. Are you okay? All right. Now, the last one. Tiempo. Time. What units do I use for time? Minutes.
Hours, decades, fortnights,
Century. Literally. Fortnights.
Years.
weeks, seconds, or is that
Months.
nanoseconds?
Literally.
No. I don't think that's actually a thing, huh?
Milliseconds.
Milliseconds, decades, centuries. Sure,
A
right?
fortnight.
It all depends on what we're measuring, right? How many months old is the baby?
-40.
How long does it take you to walk home?
A year.
How long does it take you to do the really hard math homework?
1 hour.
3 years.
Yeah. How long does it take you to run a mile?
Like 10 minutes.
7 minutes.
So, depending on what we're measuring are the units, right? Sometimes it's appropriate to use years, minutes, hours, whatnot. How long does it take us to drive to Las Vegas?
A minute. No, a fat minute. Like
4 hours.
Ask Cap.
But if you fly to Vegas, an hour.
1 hour. 30 minutes.
45 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think the question's going to start with?
How long?
Yeah, very good. You're on a roll. I love it. But be careful. Some students, you're not that student. Don't be that student. Will read how long, and they think, oh, how long is it? And it's like, no. Not how long is it. It's how long in time. Okay? So when you read how long, don't be the kid who thinks it's centimeters and inches and whatnot. Don't be that kid. Okay? How long? How do you think we're going to solve for time?
By
Okay, what are the 2 units that I need? What are the 2 things that I need for time?
Speed and distance. Possibly?
Yeah. The other 2, right? Distance and speed. So time is distance divided by speed.
Why is it always divided, bro? Why can't it be multiplied?
Because we're not cool like that.
We're not
cool. All right. Okay, I'm gonna hand out a piece of white paper. We're gonna do a folding activity. You know what gives Miss Amelia a headache?
Origami.
Folding activities.
Me neither.
What's worse than cutting and gluing with 7th graders? Folding.
Like, is it like a folded origami?
Yeah.
Origami.
Dude, we're doing a simple folding, and you're gonna see it.
Origami.
Your hat was
My eyes and start to down.
Your hand eye contact.
All right. Okay, here we go. Pay attention. Yay. All right, just keep that for now. I didn't count them out. Okay. Take the corner. So we are going to end up with a triangle. Okay.
Wait, I can do
So
that.
we take this. I'm gonna fold it down. So this bottom part is even. These two pieces line up. Just one. I need a lot of paper for all my classes, not just you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna fold it down so the bottom sides meet. This.
I'm gonna start to your mom.
Like this? There's a paper.
Alright. Okay. So, okay. Please don't do it for your neighbor. They need to do it all. Okay. Then this part, we're going to make disappear. So, we're going to fold it over, up, on top of the triangle. Fold it on top of the triangle. Fold it on top of the triangle.
Can I cut it off?
And then I'm going to open up the triangle. Open up the triangle. And then fold this rectangle in there and hide it.
Oh.
Wait, we fold it like this.
Wait, huh? I'm lost. I'm barely at step 2. Wait, what's
Now open your triangle and fold the rectangle inside. Hide it. Open up your triangle. Open up your triangle. And then hide that rectangle.
Oh my god.
All right.
It's so loud. My ears hurt.
Okay. So
I think we should go work outside.
you're fine. Okay. Yay. Good job. Doing triangle. Okay. Now we're gonna use our triangle because I just taught you 3 different formulas: the distance formula, the speed formula, and the time formula. And it can get confusing. Which one? When do I multiply? When do I divide? What goes on top? What goes on the bottom? So this triangle is gonna help us. Remember, it's like the Dorito Man, but on steroids. Okay. So, let me do it, and then you're gonna see it. And the side, this. Okay, so. Okay, so I do need it this big. There's a reason. This is not the time where I'm gonna write small little letters. So in this order, just like this, pretty big. So let's do this. This side.
Oh crap. Like this. I'm so scared.
Any weight?
I'm too good.
Huh?
Any size?
Yeah, just like this. Maybe this side, this side. But your triangle should look like this. All right. Now, here's how we use this triangle for the next couple of days to remember distance, speed, and time. So, whatever you're solving for, Giovanni, whatever you're solving for. So, if I'm solving for distance, I am going to fold or cover up that letter. So, I'm going to cover up the distance. What is my formula for distance? My formula for distance is speed times time.
Oh, I already know you get so wrinkled.
Okay? Yeah. Now, if I want to solve for speed, what letter do I cover up? S.
Wow, you're covering like everything.
No.
What in the heck? That's cool.
So here it tells you that you're going to, for speed, the letter that you cover up, whatever's left over is what you get to do. Oh, I get to do distance. What does this line mean in math? Division by time. Now, what if I'm solving for time? Oh, if I'm solving for time, I cover up the T for time. And then now it's distance divided by speed. So this little foldable helps you remember all of the formulas.
That's why I'm not trying.
Yes, but we only cover up one at a time when we're solving each problem.
Yeah, mom's a little birdie.
All right, ready? You did a good job on the folding. Okay, let's write our first problem. Miss Lamelli traveled for 5 hours in her super cool car.
Miss Molly, what car do you have?
You know, I have a super cool car.
Like what?
Hello. You know, that super cool car.
Like a Toyota Prius?
If her average speed was 65 miles per hour, how far did she go? All right. Remember, the first problem, usually the longest, but it's fine. Okay, first thing you have to figure out, what are you solving for? How do you know it's distance?
How far?
Yeah, so you gotta look for those key words. So, how far means that you're solving for distance, right? So the first thing you have to do is identify, well, what am I solving for? Distance, speed, or time? Oh, I'm solving for distance. Well, I know that distance is equal to
Guys, what's 65 times 5?
I don't know, man.
S times T.
6 times 5 is what?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, 30. And then
Okay, Adrian, just work on your own. Okay, what is our speed? Identify the speed. How do you know it's 65 and not the 5?
Miles per hour.
Exactly. So that's our speed. And then what's our time? 5 hours. And you know it's the time because it says hours, right? So we're going to use a lot of our English skills with these problems. So speed is 65 times 5.
325. I found it. That's what I found it.
You're not done. You're missing something.
Miles.
What do you gotta do? Divide Mama.
No. Miles per hour, possibly.
Okay.
Miles traveled.
Okay, so we're solving for distance, right? If you go to your notes that you wrote down, what are the units? Now, did we write every single unit in the universe? No, but these are the most common ones. So when your answer, you must have one of these units. Can I just choose a random one? No, the problem tells you which one to use. So, it's miles per hour. So it's 65. This is the long way. 65 miles per hour. 5 is hours. So, in multiplication, when you have the same word, oops, this is important, so you should see it. 65 miles per hour, 5 hours, right? So you see how I have a double H? Hours, hours? So those get eliminated.
The ones that are like when you have
Repeated. Okay? The per, yeah, ignore it. Just ignore it. So what am I left with? I mean, I don't know how to mathematically, there is a way. Miles. So my answer is distance is equal to 325 miles.
In your super cool car.
Obviously.
Actually, Miss Molly, I'm curious what car you have.
You gotta catch me outside.
She just like getting done for.
All right. Let's see. Yes. Totally. Ava ran a total of 15 miles over the weekend. Okay? So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, she ran a total of 15 miles. She didn't do it all at once. She just ran it Friday, a little bit of Saturday, Sunday, whatever. Okay, sorry for my messy writing.
That's 5 miles you say, huh?
If her speed was 3 miles per hour, what am I going to ask you?
How long?
No, time.
How long did it take her? Right? Because don't you already know the speed? Yeah. Do you already know the distance? Yeah. So the only thing I have to ask you is, how long? How did it take? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Hello! I forgot the word.
What?
How long? I forgot the key word in all of this. How long did it take her? And remember, when you read how long in 7th grade, it doesn't mean how long is it. It means time. Okay, so taking my handy dandy little triangle, I'm solving for time. Solving for time. So I'm going to cover up the T. D divided by S. This line means division. So time is equal to D divided by S. Okay, what is my distance? 15 miles is my distance. So 15 miles. When I grade you on this, I will be grading your units. So if you use the wrong units at your final answer, if it's not right, you get it wrong. So units count. So pay attention on how I'm going to do the units right now. What's my speed? 3 miles per hour. We're looking for time, right? So does it make sense for me to say it's 5 miles? No, because miles is not a time. We're learning. So the time is equal to 5. Yes. You see how the miles repeat? What do we do with repeating words? Cross them out. And then the P we just ignore, okay? Just ignore it. It's not there. Okay, and all we're left with is hours. So it took Ava 5 hours to run 15 miles in total. You ready? Uno más. Because we got to do one example for each one. Gio. Gio traveled a total of 632 miles in 8 hours. Did he go under or above the speed limit? How? What? How fast was he going? How fast was he going? That's the only thing I could ask you. All right. So, how fast, when you read how fast, that's speed. Speed is equal to, we cover up the S. Distance divided by time. What's our distance? 632 miles. The more you put the units, I believe the easier it's going to be for your final answer to have the correct units. If you just write 632, your units might be wrong at the end of the day. Divided by 8 what? Hours. Okay. So let's do the math. 632 divided by 8.
I think it's 79. I don't know. I kind of think 79.
Yeah.
Just something in my mind.
56. Remainder 7 to bring down the 2. 8 goes into 72. 9. So my speed is 79. What? Because Miss Lamelli, if you just write 79, she's going to mark it
Yeah, would it be
wrong.
miles per hour?
Yeah. So do any of these words repeat? No. So if none of the words repeat,
Keep them all.
you keep them all. Miles per hour. That line actually means per. The division line means per. So it's in the word. So you know how I always stress, show your work, show your work. This showing my work makes this easier. I just literally, are there any words I can cross out? No, so you use them all. Miles per hour. So is Gio breaking the law by going 79 miles per hour?
Not really.
What?
In the highway, in the freeway,
No.
No.
No. No.
down the neighborhood.
Oh,
No.
yes.
I do 100 in the neighborhood all the time.
What?
We believe you.
Better watch out.
We believe you. Here, we have plenty of time to do 2 problems. I love the excitement. I love the excitement. Extra?
Yep. Why is there a back?
You have to go quick.
All right. Adrian, take a seat.
Alright.
All right. Let's do 3 on the front. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
That's all you need.
Right now for today. Jason rides his bicycle for 3 hours at a speed of 40 kilometers per hour. What distance did he travel? So how do I solve for distance? What distance? Distance is equal to speed times time. Use your triangle. What?
Kilometers.
It's a distance. Yep. So it would be 40 kilometers per hour times 3 hours. What words repeat? The hours, right? So I cross that out. What's left over? KM. So what are my units? Kilometers. So it's not just about multiplying 40 times 3. The most important part on these is getting the right units. So whatever words repeat, you cross them out. Hours repeated, so we cross out hours. So what's 40 times 3?
120.
So our final answer is
120
120
kilometers.
kilometers.
What kind of bike is that?
Yeah, what is number 2? Did you get kph?
Wait.
Kilometers per hour.
Yes, Adrian.
Yeah, number 2?
Yes.
Yeah. Alright. 2 easy. Okay. We have to upload which of the 3 portions.
Alright, no worries. Thank you.
I got it. Wait, can you do it?
start packing up. Did you finish 3 problems? Wow. I am so not happy.
Bro, are you serious right now?
Here we have a minute. Let's get the homework passed out. Why wasn't it up there? Samantha and Ava, that's their names. Memorize. Went to Ava. Ava. Dude, right there.
If you don't give me my pencil back, you're the biggest meeting. You're being written. You're being in the textbook for a biggest meeting ever.
Any questions taken off? You gonna get points?
Point? I don't care. At least I'm getting good at practice.
No, don't look at that. It's a secret. Yeah, I will.
Game day.
Who are you guys going up against?
Let's go. One against Pedro.
Lathrop?
Is it possible to like
We're going all three. All three.
When you kilometers?
Huh?
Oh,
possible to make up all the homework that I lost like the papers?
Only if you've been absent. You can only make up the homework that of the days that you were
I bet
absent.
you we're gonna go 0 and 5.
So I can't
We're
redo
not
this.
doing a single game.
20
No.
kilometers?
You can. I only take if you're absent. There's no reason you're not doing your homework. It's like I'm not gonna pay the rent today. Yeah, no, I got it. It's always on Aries. You can always copy it down on paper.
Can't log into Aries. It's been a trouble.
That's like
Honestly, I will show you. I will
20
literally show you. I'm not lying.
Oh, and I lost it.
You want to see
we
it? I
lost
will
it.
show you.
It's
I
like-
will show you. I'm not making this up. You can trust me. I would never lie.
Rock versus Roman method.
How long have you not been able to log in?
20
Since
kilometers.
like the beginning of the year since I transferred here.
It never occurred to you to like go see someone about it?
I have to like, it doesn't really work.
Calling it right now, Rock.
That's the money. Can I get my iPad for my first period?
It was your first period.
Oh, you're so lucky. So lucky.
Yeah, Juan. Go get your charger knife.
Do I have your blue paper?
Yeah.
Why are we on Aries?
Show you.
What? I don't care. I don't care.
I'm not lying.
Your homework is on Canvas.
Oh, I thought you said Aries.
Canvas.
I could have sworn you said Aries.
I
Well,
heard
maybe,
you
okay,
say
well then
Aries.
maybe I did, but
I heard you said Aries.
okay, but where is the homework posted in this class?
I forgot about that.
That's you. That's on the unit.
I'm sorry. What is not good at Fortnite?
I'm better than you. Do we just have to finish this shit? Have like
Who you big? Oh, I'm not. You're big with Desmond.
would you even do the homework if you're not gonna do all of it?
Oh, look what we're doing. We're getting our notebooks out.
That makes no sense.
Our iPads out. Our homework out.
That's like eating half your meal and just leaving it out.
I went to
I'll do my Alex. Okay, look.
Wow, you're like not good at hiding.
Oh, you do even have an A in any of the classes? How many?
If I didn't do my homework today, I'll do my Alex.
Do you have an F?
I do have it. It's because I didn't do my dream box.
What? Dreambox? Dreambox does not get you an F.
Yes, it did.
No, it does
I
not.
had it in the A and then it dropped into it.
You do not get an F from Dreambox.
There was like 2 assignments that she did.
Dreambox is easy.
She's so heavy on it.
Dreambox
Oh, look
is
at us working on their homework and the notes and the this and the that.
One, I have like 23 Dreambox assignments already done, and that's from today.